Ram 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 Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Muttama Shloke Bhaktirabhavati Naishtaki Rudraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Reading Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 28th chapter, titled as Kapila Dev's Instructions to Mother Devoti on Devotional Service. In this chapter, Kapila Dev is explaining the process of yoga, bhakti yoga, and how one can please Lord Krishna and see him face to face. So, in the previous shlokas, Kapiladev mentioned about yama niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and then now he is explaining about samadhi. So, after following yama and niyama, which is the rules and regulations of bhakti yoga, which are the 8 yama and niyama, which are ahimsa, satyam, asteyam, yavad, artha, parigraha. These are the 5 yamas, and niyamas are brahmacharya, tapa, saucham, swadhyaya, purusha, archanam. There's 5 niyamas. So 5 yamas and 5 niyamas. And then one has to follow pranayam, breathing exercise, controlling the senses, pratyahara. So pranayam helps one to control the mind, clean the mind, pratyahara, control the senses, the various asanas, body postures help us to keep the body fit, and then one has to focus our mind on Krishna and his pastimes, his name, form, pastimes. So when one focuses one's mind upon Krishna's pastimes, then slowly and steadily one will be able to see Krishna face to face. And that description of Lord who is situated in our heart who can be perceived through all this process is mentioned here. So here, Kapila Dev, from shloka number 12 until shloka number 17, he describes how one can see the Lord. What is the form of the Lord one can see after following yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, and dhyana. And then one can start seeing Lord as within the heart, as samadhi. So here mentioned in the shloka, Yada manasvam virajam yogena susamahitam kastam bhagavato dhyayet swanashagravalokana. When the mind is purified, perfectly purified by this practice of yoga, one should concentrate upon the tip of the nose with the half eyes closed and see the form of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, in this way, one focuses the mind upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So, in Prabhupada, as we learned this previously, we are just briefly revising this shloka, is that Lord Krishna is situated in our heart as Paramatma, which is Kirodakshai Vishnu. This is the super soul. And the description of this Paramatma or super soul is mentioned here in this shloka. Srila Prabhupada says, a description of super soul upon whom one must meditate will be given in the following verses. In this verse, it is clearly mentioned that one should meditate by fixing the vision on the tip of the nose, concentrating one's mind upon Kala or planetary expansion of Vishnu. So, what is that form of Lord which is situated in our heart, on whom we have to meditate? That is mentioned in this shloka. So, Kapila Devi is saying to Mata Devati, Prasanna Vadano Bhojam Padmagarbhanurekshanam Nilopatala Dalasayam Shyamam Shankha Chakra Gadadharam. So the Lord Paramatma who is situated in our heart, description is he has a cheerful lotus-like countenance with ruddy eyes like the interior of lotus and swarthy body like the petals of blue lotus. He bears conch Discus mace in three of his hands, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Pushpa. So here is the description of Lord Vishnu, on whom we are, who is situated in our heart as Paramatma. Description is: it is definitely recommended herein that one concentrate his mind upon the form of Vishnu. There are 12 different forms of Vishnu which are described in teachings of Sri Chaitanya. One cannot concentrate his mind upon anything void or impersonal. The mind should be fixed on the personal form of Lord, whose attitude is cheerful, as described in this verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita states that the meditation on the impersonal void feature is very troublesome to the meditator. Those who are attached to the impersonal or void feature of meditation have to undergo a difficult process because we are not accustomed to concentrate our mind upon anything impersonal. So, Srimad Bhagavatam describes that Lord has a form, Lord has a personal form, and one should focus upon this personal form of the Lord. Hmm. Then only our bhakti will be easy. So, in this verse, the description of Lord has everything. So, first is the color. The color of the Lord is Nilopatala Dala, meaning like that of a lotus flower with the petals tainted with blue and white colors. People always ask why Krishna is blue. The color of Krishna has not been imagined by an artist. It is described in all the scriptures, like in Brahma Samhita also. The color of the Krishna's body is compared that of with the bluish cloud actually. The color of the Lord is not an imagination, as which is mentioned in Brahma Samhita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and many of the Puranas also describe that Lord Krishna has a bluish complexion. And the description, exact color description is mentioned is as a Padma Garbhanu Rekshanam. So, lotus flower which has the bluish petals with the white mixed with it. So that is the, and then the eyes of the Lord, they are of the uh, inside of a lotus flower. They are also like a lotus flower. And Krishna has four, Paramatma has four hands in our heart, which is and holds Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and Pushpa. That is the description which is given here. Then the description of Paramatma is Lasata Pankaja Kinjalka Pita Kausheya Vashanam Shivatsa Vakshanam Brajat Kaustubha Mukta Kandaram. So, loin is covered with yellowish color, shiny cloth. And on the chest, he bears the mark of Srivatsa. And then the brilliant Kaustuba gem is suspended from his neck. So, that is the description of Paramatma in our heart. So, Pitambar, yellowish garment, then Kaustuba Mani in the neck, and the Srivatsa mark on the chest. Right? So here Srila Prabhupada says the exact color of the garment of Supreme Lord is described as saffron yellow, just like pollen of lotus flower. Kaustuba gem is hanging from his chest is also described here. The neck is beautifully decorated with jewels and pearls. The Lord is full in six opulence, one of which is wealth. He is very richly dressed with valuable jewels which are not visible to material world. Further, the description of Lord is Mattadvi Dvirefa Kayaya Paritam Vanamalaya Paradya Haravalaya Kiritanga Nupuram. He also wears around his neck a garland of attractive sylvan flowers and a swarm of bees, intoxicated by its delicious fragrance, hums around the garland. He is further superbly adorned with pearl necklace, a crown, pair of armlets, bracelets, and anklets. So here, the further description of Paramatma in the heart is that he's wearing the garland around his neck, and garland has a fragrance which attracts all the honeybees. And then superbly adorned with a pearl necklace and a crown and a pair of armlet, bracelets, anklets. Those are the beautiful description of the Lord. From this description, it appears that the flower garland of Supreme Personality of Godhead is fresh. Actually, in the Vaikuntha and the spiritual sky, there is nothing but freshness. Even the flowers picked from the trees and plants remain fresh. Everything is fresh in the spiritual world. Fragrance of the flowers picked from the trees and made into garland does not fade, for both trees and flowers are also spiritual. So normally in the material world, flowers fade away, their fragrance go away, they die. But in the spiritual world, that doesn't happen. When the flower is taken from the tree, it remains the same. It does not lose its aroma. That's spiritual world. The bees are equally attracted to the flowers where they are on the garland on the trees. The significance of spirituality is that everything is eternal and inexhaustible. Everything taken from everything remains everything, or as has been stated in the spiritual world, 1 minus 1 equal to 1, and 1 plus 1 equal to 1. So everything remains as it is in the spiritual world. The bees hum around the fresh flowers, and their sweet sound is enjoyed by the Lord. The Lord's bangles, necklace, crown, anklets are also bedecked with invaluable jewels. Since the jewels and pearls are spiritual, there is no material calculation of their value. So this beautiful garland attracts all the bees, and the bee's sound is also musical, and as well as the Lord is decorated with so many jewels around his body. Further, it is described, Kanchi gunola chasaka shronim hridayambhoja vistaram darshaniya atmanam darshaniya atmanam shantam manonayam vardhanam. His loin and his hips are encircled by the girdle. He stands on the lotus of devotee's heart. He is most charming to look at, and his serene aspect gladdens the eyes and souls of devotee who behold him. So here, further description of the Lord is that Lord is standing in the heart of the devotee. So Lord stands on the lotus, which is there on the heart of the devotee. And it is most charming to look at. Beautiful form of Lord. So Prabhupada describes the word darshaniyatam, which is described in this verse, means that the Lord is so beautiful that devotee yogi does not wish to see anything else. His desire to see beautiful objects completely satisfied by the sight of the Lord. In the material world, we want to see beauty, but the desire is never satisfied. Because of the material contamination, all the propensities we feel in the material world are ever unsatisfied. But when desire to see, hear, touch, etc. are devoted for the satisfaction of Supreme Personality of Godhead, they are on the level of topmost perfection. So this is the beautiful form of the Lord described here in this verse. Now the last part of the shloka for today. Api chaya darshanam shashvat sarvaloka namaskritam shantam vayami kishore vrityanugraha kathanam. The Lord is eternally very beautiful, and He is worshipable by all inhabitants of every planet. He is ever youthful, always eager to bestow His blessing upon His devotee. In this way, Lord has a beautiful form, and He is always eager to bestow His blessings upon His devotees. All right? So we'll pause here, and we'll continue study of Srimad Bhagavatam tomorrow. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.